This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in the heart of Denver, Colorado. I'm here at Adagio Bud and Breakfast. Since 2014, this organization has been pioneering the Canna lifestyle while serving in the hospitality sector for visitors here to our great city of Denver. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Let's start off a little bit with yourself, Joel. We're 5,280 feet above sea level. We are quite far from Wall Street. This is not a bear market. It's not a bull market. It's a bud market. And you've captured something here that is kind of unique for everyone. Share with me how this kind of changed your life and put you in a whole new direction.
I had always had a passion for cannabis. Since 2010, I came out here looking for opportunities, and when legalization came in 2014, came out here February 2014, bought a bunch of businesses that were ultimately failures. But as I was living in a hotel, I realized there was no place to smoke. I was blowing smoke in a toilet with the shower on, towel under the door. Called Lisa and said, listen, I think I have a new concept for business, and that is lodging, and did some research, realized bed and breakfasts are private residences, which allows us to do what we do. And that's basically how this business started. We started April 10, 2014, and here we sit in June 2017, and we're doing quite well.
This is a gentleman that basically understood law. He did it in a previous life. You trusted him when he said, I have a new idea coming around the bay there. This has really affected a lot of industries. I mean, cannabis in Colorado has affected many industries. Why was the lodging sector something that seemed like a good fit for you?
Well, it was a good fit for me, especially because cooking and entertaining is my passion. We talked about doing this even prior to this, upstate New York, and it took my hobby, and I was able to do it for a profession.
That is great. Recently, Colorado has become even more popular for people to visit our state. When we, as tourists, we go visit places, we like going back home talking about something unique. I mean, how does it feel to be part of something that is really unique? I mean, when I read the reviews, it sounds like people's top 10, you guys are in there.
Well, it's fun to be a pioneer. Furthering the prior question, we realized there was no place to smoke. There are 500 dispensaries here in the state of Colorado, and they sell the greatest marijuana that you can purchase in the world, but there was no place for people to come smoke and smoke it comfortably and socially, and have a place that they felt like it was their own. And really, that's why this exists. I mean, combining my passion for cannabis and Lisa's passion for cooking and hospitality is really what brought this together. And now we just love to see people be happy.
Absolutely. I mean, let's clarify for the viewers out there. First of all, folks that have never been to a bed and breakfast before, the bed and breakfast experience is different than a hotel. It's different than a motel. It is really the best way to understand the culture of an area, understand the community and the people. How important is that mix and mingle factor of what happens here?
Oh, it's a huge aspect of it. The social aspect of everybody sitting and smoking together. Here you can smoke in our beautiful living room, dining room, our beautiful patio as we're sitting in now. The only place you can't smoke is in your room, which even is for safety reasons, but even more so encourages the social aspect of smoking. Like Joel was saying, tourists have been coming here like crazy. And contrary to what has been said, the cannabis industry is a huge, huge part of the influx of tourism. And unless you have a residence here, there is no place to smoke. And this is the bed and breakfast is the only place you can come and smoke and enjoy smoking with others.
If I can add to that, Gary, our guests, they come from all over the country, all over the world. They don't know the other guests. I mean, they come in here, like you said, it's not a hotel and it's not a motel. They're coming for the social experience, and we've had a lot of guests that have rebooked together. They met one from New York, one from Florida, one from Australia, and then they say, hey, well, let's come back in 6 months, and they plan a vacation so they can all be back here together to enjoy what we have to offer, which is the freedom of cannabis, Lisa and her staff's great food, and the hospitality that we've developed. I mean, so it's really unique.
Very unique. I mean, I have interviewed many bed and breakfasts here in Denver. Great castles that are very close by here. wonderful locations. Each one of them, they have a meet and greet when everybody checks in. I've seen cookies, I've seen baked goods, I've seen a little bit of wine, even some high tea. You guys your happy hour has to be second to none when we're talking about high tea, the Rocky Mountain way, Rocky Mountain High. Tell me about that.
Well, our food in general is amazing. You know, Joel and I had stayed at various bed and breakfasts. So when we decided to do this, I said, if we're doing it my way, and it has to be over the top. We have an incredible breakfast, and from huevos rancheros to candy bacon to eggs in a nest, you name it, we have it with bottomless mimosas. So you wake up in the morning and you wake and bake, and then you come eat breakfast, and 4:20 happy hour. In addition to everybody being able to sit and smoke, we have incredible hors d'oeuvres, and our beer, wine, and soda is complimentary at all times. But happy hour, we put it out, and it sets a nice atmosphere to go along with the food, and everybody can sit and smoke in the dining room while they're eating breakfast, while they're eating happy hour hors d'oeuvres. People bring their breakfast outside or their hors d'oeuvres outside as well, to eat and smoke.
We don't have a traditional meet and greet, though. We don't. It's not like we bring everyone down from their rooms and say, okay, it's 6 o'clock and we're serving wine. They come here. Anytime they check in, they see the other guests sitting on the couch smoking, and they just can't wait to participate. They cannot wait to participate. We don't have to do it ourselves. It is built into what they want to enjoy and what they want to do here.
This is not a formal affair. This is laid back. This is Grandma's house, and she's 420 friendly.
Absolutely.
You nailed it on the head. We've had guests who've said that. It's a relative's house that lets them get high. I mean, cool parents' house, yes. That's what we get a lot of that.
I mean, Joel, would you say it's almost a privilege for you to be able to have met so many people? I mean, in this industry, people have come into Colorado. Do you enjoy educating these folks that come to Denver? I mean, obviously, maybe they know about the industry back home, but we're 5,000 feet above sea level. Might be new to them. Is this an experience they have to understand and grab a bottle of water?
Well, that's exactly what we do. In the house, we have signage that talks about hydration, and it talks about people being healthy, and we talk about edibles, and we talk about how to use concentrates. Our staff is all educated in every aspect of cannabis, whether it be the edibles, whether it be smoking flower, whether it be concentrates. And one of the reasons why we want them to smoke downstairs is we want to make sure they stay healthy. People come here and they think that they're kids in a candy shop and they can eat everything. Well, you can't. You got to take it easy. You got to, and we're not your babysitter. We're not your monitors, but we're your guides, and we want to be helpful. We want to work with the dispensaries, and the bud tenders are also very much educational. But our staff and Lisa, and us, and this is what we do. We want them to be educated. We want them to enjoy it. We don't want them to have a bad experience, and I think it's incumbent upon us to do that.
Let me ask you, is this a bring your own bag situation, or do you actually provide some bud here? I mean, I know you have a fantastic network of professionals, partners that you've partnered up with. Tell me about that.
Yes, no, we cannot dispense cannabis at all, but we do provide our guests with discount coupons to some of the greatest dispensaries in the area. So even though, like I said, we can't, we do supply a paraphernalia bar, though. They don't need to buy anything to smoke. We have everything from bongs to pipes to papers, you name it, we have it. So they don't have to purchase anything, only their own cannabis.
Fantastic. And like you say, the next morning, cleaned up, sanitized, ready to go. That is great. I mean, I know you're very conscious about the codes, the laws, and that's what kept you here and basically providing them successfully. Tell me a little bit about this location. I know this isn't the only location. You're kind of popping up around Colorado here. This one seems to be rather nice, a building back in the 1800s. Tell me about it.
Yes, this was a beautiful Victorian that was built in 1892. It is our flagship. It's my baby. It's a wonderful place. The location is great. It's 4 minutes from downtown Denver, yet in the suburbs, you have everything. You have the zoo right here. You have the Botanic Gardens. You go downtown Denver, 4 minutes away, you have Broadway shows, you have museums, you have restaurants, you name it, and you have it. You have, I'm sorry, you have the Pepsi Center right near us, Coors Field, Mile High Stadium, all within 10 minutes.
That is great. I mean, speaking of everything within 10 minutes, we're talking about cannabis-inspired getaways. I mean, you can come here for a romantic getaway, couple people. Is that something that you've experienced already, I imagine?
We get everybody. We've had honeymooners, anniversaries, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, family reunions. You name it. We also do events here as well. We've done quite a few dispensary parties. I was speaking to somebody today about possibly doing their wedding here. So it's a wonderful place. Everybody, people really go away from here just saying this is the best vacation they've ever had.
It almost seems like the place has taken on a character of its own. I mean, it's kind of really grown with its own personality. You guys started it, but you're probably kind of sitting back and watching it evolve. Has to be pretty exciting.
Oh, it's an amazing experience to watch this place grow and see the return guests, because that's really, I think, the proof in the pudding, so to speak. When our guests come back, and they come back often. We've had guests here, 4 or 5 times that have come back here, and to talk about the packages, honeymooners, and we developed a bunch of packages for couples, whether it be their honeymoon, whether it be their anniversary, whether it be anything, so they massage packages with champagne and roses, and so it's kind of unique, and this place has really grown in itself. It really has.
That is neat. I mean, like you said, we're close by to a lot of things. Denver is known for football. We are known for basketball. We're known for the Avs across the board. Pretty easy to get to for everyone.
Oh, very easy.
Not only that, but if they're not coming here for the sports or the beauty, let's be real, a lot of these folks are coming for the cannabis. So what about tours to some of the cannabis dispensaries? Is that something you partner up with?
We partner with My 420 Tours. We partner with High-End Transportation. We don't actually do the tours ourselves, but between our relationships. So, when a guest, books a room, one of the first things the host would ask is, do you want a tour? And we explain to them what kind of tours there are, anything from a grow tour to a dispensary tour to a cooking tour. They can take classes, and there's everything from that to painting. So a resource for them to be able to enhance their trip even more so by offering them through our partnerships.
Fantastic. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at not only this location, but other locations they have out there as well. You can book it up right there. They've got some packages there. If you're a lover, want to get away, this is the place to come. Sports package, we're talking music. These are all places you can come down and check out. If you need some transportation advice, they can point you in the right direction as well. But overall, this is a place where you can come, enjoy, be safe, and really be amongst other people that have something in common that is unique. And it's an adult environment.
Yes.
It's a great place to get away. What about other bed and breakfasts out there that want to be part of this brand, want to see this brand build? How can they get involved?
We have a package that we've sent out to several bed and breakfasts in Colorado as well as other states. I mean, we now have Massachusetts and Maine and California, Washington, Oregon. And, we don't want to operate them, but we can bring them unique revenue that we've been able to generate. Because when we took this place over, our rates were quite low. We're at a 97% occupancy rate. We have a ton of views to our websites, and we're a promotion device as well. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's what, our business does, is promote others.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm going to ask you before I let you go, what would you say the emotion is when people arrive? I mean, there's some anticipation, excitement. What do you feel when they first arrive?
They're in euphoria. They look around, and the first thing I hear is, oh my God, I did not expect this. This is unbelievable. They're like, this is so much more than I expected, because we're a new species. So they didn't know what to expect, but they are so happy. I just see smiles. People check in, I'll come back an hour later, and they're just so happy.
This is really how bud is meant to be. I mean, this is what it's all about. This really, and you can go to a dispensary and you can see the whole purchasing and buying of marijuana here in Colorado. This is all about the user. You guys are focused on the user. It's not so much buying and selling. Let me ask you, when they leave, What is that emotion like? What are they telling you?
They don't want to leave. No one ever wants to leave this place. I mean, that's unanimous. I mean, they hate to say goodbye. They've all had a great time, and they can't wait to come back. And something to further what we don't dispense, but a lot of the guests want to leave whatever they purchase because they don't want to travel with it, and they want to be part of the next guest experience. So by leaving it for that next guest, they feel like they're still here. I mean, I'm being honest with you. It's kind of unique. It's like, well, we left some bud, and now the new crew is there, and we're part of it.
You created a family experience and an atmosphere, so probably it can't be too surprising. People are leaving something behind. You guys have been gifted with paraphernalia, people leaving things like that. Has this been rewarding for you?
Very. It's funny because I don't smoke, but I get such pleasure watching everybody else enjoy, whether it's just for the recreational, whether it's medicinal. It's just a wonderful thing. It's really a wonderful thing to watch people just be happy, and especially people our age that have been hiding it for so many years, and they come here and they're sitting with people and they can't believe they're sitting in a beautiful living room and able to smoke and have, bowls of candy and delicious food and other people to enjoy it with, not sitting on the balcony of a hotel room or sitting in a bathroom of a hotel room, sitting in a beautiful living room, dining room, or patio.
Speaking of our age, we got a birthday celebrating today. What a great day. Going to be celebrating here. I understand a possible birthday.
Yeah, it's my 58th birthday. I wish I could say I'm 26. My daughter's also, her birthday is today, and she's 26. So celebrating my birthday here.
That is great. Folks, take a look right there at the bottom of the screen is their website. You can basically check it out there. This is an organization that really pioneered something that no one else has done. And back in 2014, a gentleman decided to basically under the understanding of law really changed his life here. There was a law that changed, and he decided he was going to do something about it and provide an atmosphere that is enjoyable for adults here in Colorado. Once again, that is Adagio Bud and Breakfast. We'll keep the bowl burning for you. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.